Okay, all right, all right. Nah, that's not there now. I'm thinking of it too much. Okay, all right, yeah.
King
Okay.
Kong ain't got shit on me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me, huh? I can guarantee it. You know, I stand by that. All right, yeah. Shout out to him. He's actually from Mount Vernon. I don't know.
Money earning, yeah. It's my favorite actor, man.
Yeah, right.
He used to be. He used to work for sanitation. Denzel Washington was a sanitation worker.
I did not know that.
Yeah, his mother owned a hair salon, and he went to Fordham University.
That I knew. And he played for the basketball team.
I didn't know he played for the basketball team.
What was that for Fordham?
Fordham University.
That might have been Fordham.
It's my favorite actor.
I think it's Fordham Prep.
Yeah, I love Denzel, man.
Yeah.
I live in money earning, so I love Denzel. Yeah.
That's fire. So you in Westchester? That's dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Born in the Bronx and then moved up to Mount Vernon. I was in Yonkers for a bit, but I've been in Westchester for the last 15 years.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Nice. I've been in Westchester all my life.
Yeah.
All my life. Yeah.
They call it Bestchester County.
I never heard that before.
Yeah, Bestchester County.
I remember at one point when it was like when people was rapping, it was like West Cheddar.
West Cheddar, yeah.
Shout out like West Cheddar.
West Cheddar.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, I never heard that. I got a Bestchester. Yeah,
Bestchester County.
It's definitely better than Portchester. Let me stop. No discrimination. It's all love. But yeah, I don't know if all that's gonna get cut out, but it might be kept in. It usually does. I always say this. I don't know why. I'm not gonna say it no more. It's just, it is what it is, and the music's probably gonna start playing now. I think your stretch marks are so beautiful.
This guy got soul over here.
It reminds me of some cinnamon toast crunch. Nah, I'm not gonna cut that.
No,
I gotta wait for the piano.
That was actually good. That was actually good.
Right?
That was actually good, man. I think you should keep that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. Fuck it. Okay. All right. Hey, how you doing? That was bad. Okay. All right. Yeah. How you doing? Huh? So you're watching Mosaic Minds, huh? You see me? I'm Sakani. I'm Sakani, right? Okay. Nah. Welcome back to another episode of Mosaic Minds. It is your host, as you always see, Sakani, a.k.a. Trap, a.k.a. Mr. Mosaic Mind, a.k.a. Miraculous on Xbox, a.k.a. Darvin Beige on Discord, a.k.a. the Swiss Army Knife, a.k.a. No, I'm just playing. I'm here with a special, I don't know if you know, but I'm going to let you know now. I don't do guests. I do co-host for the day because it's just as much it's just as much your show as it is my show today. So, you feel free to ask, talk, do whatever, and I'll let you do your own introduction. I'm going to say, I didn't even ask you your name, so let me actually start over. I know it's Will. So is it Will LaSalle? Did you want to just be called Will?
You could say
LaSalle.
Wilfred LaSalle.
Wilfred LaSalle?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. And you can call me Will. It's fine after that.
I'll call you Will after that. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was the intro. I tricked you. Go ahead. Boom. You could do your own intro. There you go.
So my name is Wilfred LaSalle, the CEO and founder of LaSalle Productions.
Nice. Okay. And I see, so you're into film, obviously. What would you say is your main, title, I guess, if that makes sense?
I wear many hats.
Right,
so when it comes to film, I'm the director.
Oh, so then say all your titles then, yeah.
Yeah, director, producer, screenwriter, actor, you name it, I do it. Cinematographer.
Nice. Yeah, definitely cinematographer. I seen some. You wasn't here, but earlier he was showing some of his shits, and I was like, yo. Actually, he probably seen more than I seen because he does more of the research and shit.
He did tell me to have me check your page, and I was like, man, you got some pretty neat stuff.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I see you into a lot of the action stuff too, as well.
Yeah, a lot of the action, a lot of gunplay, a lot of sci-fi. I just started dabbling into sci-fi. This film that I'm releasing now called Oculus.
Okay. Tell me about that.
So it's basically a sci-fi. It's different genres.
Mm-hmm.
You have sci-fi, you have action, you have romance. It's basically about a character named Zia Laney. She loses her son tragically, and she ends up dying in the film. And the afterlife becomes the Oculus, which is the eye. and then it kind of takes off from there.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
that's played by the late Tara Beavers. Man, she's amazing. She's shout out to Tara Beavers. She's an amazing actress. She's from Pennsylvania.
Dope.
Top
Shout
tier,
out.
man. Top tier. She absolutely killed that role as Zia Laney. So shout out to her.
Fire. Yeah. If you don't, what you gonna say? I was gonna ask, is my glasses like glaring OD in the camera?
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
A little bit. But it's not.
It's not that crazy, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think so.
All right, cool. My fault.
No, you're
I
good,
was
man.
like, I'm not narcissistic at all.
That's all right, man. Listen,
I was
hey,
just self-conscious.
it's all right. It's a little narcissisticness in all of us, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Everybody has a little trait of it.
I mean, you need it to survive.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know,
I'm working on mine.
Yeah. Listen, it's perfecting it. Is where
Yeah.
when to use it, when not to use it. But that's dope. Would you say you have like a favorite genre, or? Because I just recently found out my favorite genre. So
My
I'll
favorite
let you
my
go.
favorite genre. So I like everything. I watch any movie. The only movies I'm not really into, believe it or not, are like those Harry Potter movies. I can't get into those.
Right.
But my favorite movie of all time, man, I got two of them. I got The Crow, the original Crow with Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
And I got
RIP.
Rocky 4. So those are my two favorite movies of
that's
all
a
time.
great one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
people
interesting.
overlook Rocky 4, but that was
You always hear those in conversation, but you never hear anybody call that they like favorites though. But that's
Revenge boxing film.
Oh
yeah, 100%.
Probably the
One
best.
of- yeah,
Oh yeah.
up there for sure.
To me,
that I could think of right
yeah,
now.
to me it was the best film. To me,
Yeah.
out of all the Rockies, it was the best one, personally.
Yeah.
Yours?
Yeah. No.
I feel like it was definitely the most entertaining.
Right.
Critically acclaimed though, I see why Rocky 1, was
Oh, yeah.
kind of like that groundbreaking kind of.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of nowhere to have a film like that, it gives you like whoa, we ain't never seen some shit like this, like
Oh, yeah.
that plays into it.
I feel like Rocky 4 was very it had a heavy influence of the 80s on it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like, but yeah, no, go ahead.
It screams the 80s. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I know the whole movie by heart. I love it.
There's no
Absolutely.
easy way
That's
out.
right, man. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, I would say mine. It used to be what I thought was horror, but I'm really into like mystery, like detective shit now. Yeah, like those, like, believe it or not, you ever seen Clue? Like the original Clue
No.
movie?
No,
like
never seen it.
No, it's mostly a comedy, but it's still. What about what's the other one I'm thinking of with the dude that played James Bond? Damn, I'm terrible with names.
There's so many of them.
It's Pierce Bronson. Pierce Bronson played James Bond.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. No, after him.
I forgot his name.
Like the Casino Royales and the
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel
Yeah,
Craig,
what was
yeah.
that thing they just had? It just came to me and it left. They had the
Knives
Glass
Out.
Onion, Knives Out. What that shit?
I didn't see
like-
that one.
Nah,
That was
yeah, they got two of them, and they both. The first
Yeah.
one I liked a little bit better, but they
Yeah.
both kind of hit to me. I ain't
The
gonna front.
second one took it. I
It took it
didn't
a little
realize what
crazy.
They were trying to portray it until like towards the end of it. But it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one a little more. First, it was kind of both out there when I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta check 'em out.
Mystery films, yeah.
Absolutely. So, if I could ask, like, what got you into film? Like, what made you say, like, yeah, or what made you realize, like, I love doing this? So, like, this is what I want to do, or what I should do.
So since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated with film. I used to sit in front of a TV and just watch films all day, every day. So it's kind of always been in me. But I felt like I never really had the courage to absolutely like really pursue filmmaking until
Right.
2019. So I'm in the gym. I'm in. I don't know if you guys are familiar. You're familiar with Mount Vernon.
Right,
I was at Extreme Fitness in the gym, and I'm working out, and I'm listening to these tracks, and I don't know what it was. Like I listened to a lot of trailer music, and I forgot what song came on, but it was just like all these visions started coming to me,
Right.
and I was like, you know what? I got to leave the gym. So I went home and wrote the script for what would become my first film called Hilo. I wrote that in about 2 hours. And then, hired a production company. Now, mind you, I had no film experience. I certainly didn't go to any of these fancy film schools. I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I had this vision and I had to kind of get it out some way, somehow. So we went up to Shelton, Connecticut. We filmed Hilo in about 2 days, which were about 15 hours of shooting each day. It was a short film, made it on YouTube. It was like 10 minutes and 44 seconds. And it kind of snowballed from there. And then I just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna do a Hilo 2, I'm gonna do a Hilo 3, I'm gonna do a movie called Graves, and then now I got my new film Oculus. So I've been doing this since 2019.
Oh, wow. That's fire. I would have thought you was doing it way longer than that.
Nah, man. And I just recently started shooting my own movies. Like I had hired a lot of different cinematographers along the way, and I kind of like learned.
As you was
I didn't even have camera equipment when I was filming, so I was just hiring, different productions and asking any friends that I had, hey, listen, even if you don't have any acting experience, come on, man, I need some actors, even if you don't, you've never done this before. So that's how I started. We started with like 4 guys, and after that, like I said, it just grew and grew. And every year I started releasing a full film and putting it on these big networks like Amazon, Tubi, Peacock, and
dope.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Oh, so I was elaborate on that. So where are you? Like, where can you find your stuff? You said Peacock.
Yeah,
Amazon?
well, Peacock will be on Peacock this winter. Right now, Graves is on Apple TV. It's on Roku.
Dope.
It's on Tubi.
Dope.
Hilo 3 is on Plex. It's on Amazon Prime. You can catch me on all of those. I think we'll be on more networks now that Oculus is coming out.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big one because that's a 2-hour film.
Yo, shout out to you.
My biggest film. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Feature films you're talking about?
So Hilo and Hilo 2 are short films. Okay. Hilo was 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Hilo 2 was 32 minutes. Hilo 2 was my first film I ever got on Prime. And then we did Graves, which was an hour and 27. Hilo 3 was about an hour 35. And Oculus is about 2 hours, 113 minutes. Just under? Yeah. Longest and biggest film, hardest film I ever had to make. I'll tell you that.
Have you ever submitted to any like film festivals or anything?
Absolutely just did. I actually just submitted to like Toronto International Film Festival. We're submitting to Cannes. We're submitting to Sundance. I've never submitted any of my films to these bigger festivals. I've always kind of submitted them to like the smaller festivals, which were fine. But now I'm like, all right, listen, this film is top tier.
The quality. Yeah,
you've seen the trailer. I mean, you've seen the effects. Everyone's like, I want some lasers, man. He's shooting lasers out of his eyes.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? We're gonna take this one to the top. And I said, you know what? I'm all in. So I ended up just like investing in the money and just putting out to like 15 different film festivals, man. And it can get costly because a submission is like $100 a submission.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just for them to see your film and just. You have all these big directors like Spielberg and Nolan. Some of them really attend these festivals and look for different talent. So like just the opportunity to just get that film in front of them, it's all you really need. It's just an opportunity.
Yeah.
I always believe that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I just take every shot.
Agree. Yeah. Obviously edit that out so it looks more organic, but what I'm saying.
That's how it is in film.
Yeah, I gotta say that because sometimes when I'm editing, if I don't say it on the film, I won't catch it. I'm like, kind of, even though I do catch it, but and I end up looking at it like, no, that's funny. I'm gonna keep it in.
Yeah. Sometimes organically it just works.
Yeah.
There's times I film things and I'm like, you know what? We filmed a scene in Graves really quick.
Yeah.
And Charles Alonso is one of the actors. He plays Salvatore Marcello, which is the main villain. He's a mobster. And we had cut and they were having like a sidebar conversation. Now, we had my fiance's father's bar in Woodlawn, the Bronx. I don't know if you guys know Woodlawn, that area. He has a bar called Just One. And he allowed us to film there. So in between the takes, Charles is talking and he's very outspoken. And he's like, yeah, I fuck, I drink, I kill.
Right.
And I'm like, what did you just say? He's like, nah, man, I ain't say. I said, no, say that again. We ended up adding this infamous scene where he tells his younger brother, like, he's crazy. He goes, Paulo, I drink, I fuck, and I kill. And it just made it.
Wow,
and it was just something on set that happened organically. It wasn't even in the script. And I always live by the phrase, the script is never the script. That's my mantra with LaSalle Productions. And the cast, they loved it. And it became something everyone was like, oh, that's the line. Like, that's the iconic line.
I'm not going to lie. One of my favorite Watch Mojo videos was, I don't know if you know that, they have always top 10 this, top 10 that, but they had Watch Mojo top 10 like improvised scenes, like stuff that wasn't in the script that that somebody just either set off or did off of just impulse, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna actually keep that as the final cut. And it's like amazing when you like one was I don't know if you know obviously we see in Django. I don't know if you did, but I know
that's with Jamie Foxx, right?
Jamie Foxx,
Django, yeah.
But there was a scene in there with Leonardo DiCaprio where he basically smacks the table out of anger, and he ends up hitting the glass like accidentally, and his hand starts bleeding. But instead of like cutting, he keeps going, and he actually goes to Kerry Washington and like smears his blood on her face, saying like, I could do to my niggas what I wants to do to my niggas. And like, she was like genuinely disgusted because like that wasn't part of the scene, but they ended up keeping that in, and like Like that was his real blood on her face, and he just literally just stayed in character and was like, "Fuck it," like I'm gonna use this, and I was just like, but there was like, just know there was 9 other scenes like that in different movies that was just as impressive. Like, wow, I would have never, like, I'm gonna get one more, huh?
Well, I was gonna say that's extreme.
Yeah, that is kind of
that's
workers'
extreme.
comp.
I don't know if I would. I mean, we do everything on LaSalle Production. That's extreme. I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kerry Washington had grounds for suing for whatever I don't know the name of it, but like I'm sure she didn't volunteer to have a human's personal blood on his face, like on her face for real. So yeah, she definitely
unsanitary.
Yeah, exactly. But I gotta say the other one was in Indiana Jones. The was it Temple?
I haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a scene in it. It's funny as hell. I'll probably put it at the bottom of those. You could probably see it if I'm saying it on the clip. But there's a scene in there where basically he's fighting all these dudes, and like, he ends up whooping their ass, and then some other dude comes at the end with this sword, and he's doing all these like sword shit, like and it's saying Indiana Jones just looking at him like, oh fuck. So he literally unscripted. He's supposed to fight the dude in the script. He literally just takes out his gun and just goes, psh, and just shoots the dude, and the dude just falls out. Yeah, that was not scripted. He improvised that, bro. Like that was totally improvised.
That's like a big scene of like.
Wow.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest scenes. Yeah,
and it worked.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm sure they shot it, as always, they probably shot it the way they wanted to a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And, they was like, you know what? Nah, this actually is what we needed to. But, yeah.
Also, the infamous with Dustin Hoffman when he's walking in the car, he's about to hit him. He's like, hey, I'm walking.
Oh.
What movie was that? Was that Rain Man? No, it wasn't Rain Man.
I seen Rain Man in psychology class. That was one of my favorite classes in high school, psychology. We seen Rain Man, and we seen, what was that shit with, what's the dude from Fight Club?
Brad Pitt?
The other dude.
Ethan Hawke?
Not Ethan.
No, Ethan Hawke wasn't in
What's
Fight
his
Club.
name? Damn, it's something like that.
Edward Norton?
Edward Norton. Yeah.
Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, that's the one you're talking
Midnight
about?
Cowboy?
1969.
Wow, I gotta see that one.
What was I'm just funny because I asked my boy Kels this like 1,000 times, and he always reminds me the name of it. I never remember. What's the movie with Richard Gere and what was Edward Norton?
Is it Unfaithful?
No.
Unfaithful, I saw that. That was really good. He was in Pride and Glory. You talking about the cops?
Sorry, no, it wasn't that.
Pretty Woman.
First one to get it. Richard Gere and Edward Norton.
American History, not American History X.
No,
he
it was the
wasn't
one where he played the lawyer and he was playing like he was crazy, and then he ended Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
Yeah, that one of the best movies I've seen, like up to that time of like living, because it was in high school and it was just in psychology. I was looking at it as a chance to skip class, and I was like, yeah. Once I seen the movies, I was like, yeah, next class I'm definitely skipping this because we only doing. Just know I was in there till that movie was done. I was like, nah, I gotta see. It wasn't Netflix or nothing like that, so it was just like it's either I'm going to Blockbuster renting it, but yeah, enough about that. That's a good, I'm right.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Primal Fear, Richard Gere and Edward Norton. When's the last time you seen Richard Gere in a movie?
Pride and Glory.
Pride and Glory.
Was it Pride and Glory?
That sounds like
Oh no, sorry. It was he was in. Is it Pride and Glory or Brooklyn's? Sorry, he wasn't in Pride and Glory. He was in Brooklyn's Finest.
Brooklyn's Finest.
And he played that
I was gonna
retired
say
cop.
after or before the gerbil. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him in Brooklyn's Finest. He was like this cowardly cop.
Yeah.
Who wants to just retire.
Yeah. You never heard that rumor about Richard Gere? That he had to get a gerbil surgically removed from his anus?
I never.
You've never heard of that? It was like
no.
a big ass like rumor about
Really?
him. Like that obviously was probably never true, but yeah, it was the most random. Oh, no, yeah,
I mean,
gerbils, that's your forte.
They said it was removed and the gerbil wasn't harmed, so I'm sure it was.
We care about the gerbil.
That makes me believe it's not true because how's your ass not crushing the gerbil's like throat? Pause. No Diddy.
Now every single time I see a gerbil, I'm gonna think of Richard Gere now.
yeah,
Bro, that was
traumatized us
That's your
here.
fault.
every time I think. Bro, just know every time
This legacy.
every time. No, for real. It did that for me. Every time I think of Richard Gere, I think of a gerbil. It's the opposite for me. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, they made references, but you could find it. Just look it up. I don't mean to take that back on you. It probably just went out the light. I'm not gonna.
Phenomenal actor.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna. And it's not true. It's not true. Like it was like proven like a rumor or something. Like some, I don't
It
know.
was a rumor. Okay. It was a
Yeah.
fake.
It was a rumor that was like perceived to be true. Like no one knew for a big chunk of his career. Like he just had this rumor behind him. Yeah, but it's all been cleared now. So it was just for informal sakes. All right, so if you can make your perfect movie, give me 3 actors, 2 actresses, and the director. And
You talking about like my own movie or like a movie with?
no, like you literally have any like budget doesn't matter, like connection doesn't matter, like you,
All-star cast together.
like yeah,
All-star
you have the
cast?
opportunity. Like everybody's willing to work with you in the world. Like yeah, you could. Yeah, also basically yeah, 3. I don't want to say 3 and 2 actors because that sounds like I'm favoring actors because this world is crazy. I'm gonna say 2 actors, 2 actors, 2 actresses, and a director and the genre.
I would love to do a horror like noir film.
Okay.
I would love to do that. I've never done anything like that. So I would say it's hard, man, because I got a few favorite directors, but I love Nolan, I love Tarantino, I love Scorsese.
Nice name.
If I had to say, I would go with Nolan because I love Nolan.
Yeah.
I would
Shout
say
out to Oppenheimer, yo. I love that shit.
Oppenheimer was, I liked it. I thought it was boring, but
It was boring.
It was very
I tell
boring.
everybody that it's very
Yeah,
boring, but it was just a
boring.
great watch.
Stunning, though.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd say Nolan as a director. I'd say actor. Of course, I got to go with Denzel, Leonardo DiCaprio. I would love to see those two together.
Yeah, that would
and-
be it. They've never been together ever, right? Oh,
I don't think so. No.
It would be too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actresses. Christina Applegate. Think she's very underrated.
Okay, I like that.
And I'd say
You might have to tell me like what she's
Nicole
in, 'cause
Kidman.
I know Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
for
Kidman
sure.
is
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Applegate. What is she from? I don't know her off the rip.
She's been in a lot of things. She was in Married with Children.
Wait, who's she? The mom?
No, not Peggy. The daughter.
Daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's a great actress, man. I think she's amazing.
Was she in The Office as well? No, right? That's not her.
Christina Applegate?
She looks familiar. No, that's not her.
Yeah, no. But
She was an Anchorman as well. That's
yeah.
not her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And in a horror too. A horror
Yeah.
noir.
Yeah, I would love to see Denzel in a horror film. I don't think he's ever done any.
I don't think so either.
I'm waiting to see Denzel in a comedy. I've yet to see him in a comedy.
Yeah, I think he's very
He kind of
selective.
had that. What was that? The one with Mark Wahlberg, was it?
It was an action comedy.
It was like an action comedy. That was like the closest to it. But
Yeah, that's the one. I forgot what that's called. That's
Something. Damn.
I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, so you want jokes, huh? Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Why?
Because it wasn't his training day, huh? You hear me? Let me stop. I don't know. I didn't know y'all was gonna.
Yeah,
ask.
he was like, damn, I didn't think they were gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
joke's gone. Yeah, joke's gone.
He does.
So, what's your favorite out of everything? Actually, let me ask that. I did want to
Favorite.
So blatant. I asked that wrong. What's your favorite? What's your favorite title in film? I should say. Like, what do you find like the most pleasure out of? I hate to say it like that, but like, basically, do you rather do the directing? Like, do you like the writing more? Is it the just production and putting everything together? Is it more just the? Do you like acting the most or?
Well, for me, I think I belong behind the camera.
Okay.
I think for me, directing is where it's at for me personally. Writing for me, it's complex for me because when I'm writing stuff, I'm just putting everything down on my notes.
Right.
Like I'm just getting it out.
Gotcha.
But I'd say I enjoy all aspects. But if I had to say what I enjoy the most, definitely being a director. Definitely, listening to my cast. I think that's very important. I think that as a director, it's not just my way. I'm very flexible, and I allow the actors to kind of give me a lot of input. I think it's a collaborative process, and I think that when you are not rigid, and you can, give the actors a lot of leeway to kind of take on the characters you made for them and let them, just be free. And I think that's what they love about it, the fact that I'm like, you know what? How do you feel about it? I always ask them, even when we're off camera, I'm like, how do you feel about this? They're like, well, Will, I want to do it this way. I'm like, you know what? Go with that.
Yeah, people like to feel like they're working with you more than working for you.
Correct.
Even
Absolutely.
if they technically are supposed to be, but it's just
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that because that's 100% true. And I always say this, and I've said this in numerous interviews. The actors are the most important part of filmmaking.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, without them, there is no film. Without them, there is no nothing. They do the work that a lot of people don't see. So I have a lot of respect for the actors in the industry and the actors that I have here on LaSalle Productions. You got Lance Theobald Jr., you got Christopher Levine, you know, you got Charles Alonso, you got Rob D'Angelo. All these guys that came on with me that believe in me, you know, because they dedicate their summers. I mean, these guys aren't paid. Okay, when I tell you we're making these films with no budget, I'm doing these films broke.
Really?
I'm wearing 20 hats. I'm doing everything. Wow. And I'm having them do the boom mic if they're not in the scene. That's really what it is. It's a family, but it's more of a buddy system.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people, what they see, like, oh, you know, if you see the film, it's like, oh, this guy has a 30-man, 40-man production. Like, no, it's the actors that are coming in to help out on days they're not even scheduled to act.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know,
bro.
so like,
yeah, word.
That
means they really believe in what y'all working
absolutely,
on. What y'all doing.
man.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
that's a real good sign.
And knowing that pressure's on for me. It's like I have a duty and an obligation to make these films as great as I can.
I like that.
You know?
I like that.
And I think that's what separates me from everybody else. Like, you know, you got a lot of talented, you know, filmmakers out there.
Right.
But I always tell people, like, LaSalle Productions, we're revolutionizing independent filmmaking. We're not shooting a film in a park. We're not shooting a film, you know, safely, so to speak. Like, we're shooting on the Cross Bronx Expressway. We're shooting, you know, I have the cameraman hanging out the car window. You know, he's like, oh, man, am I going to do this? I'm like, yeah, you really are. But you got to get the shot.
Yeah, we got to get the shot.
I don't care.
We got to get the shot.
That's right. I don't care if it makes it in the trailer just for 3 seconds. You got to get that shot.
We got to get that shot.
You know, and I think that when I'm that extreme, the cast knows. They're like, all right, you know what? Will's in his mode. That's it. We already know. You know, he's gonna make the trailer. But honestly, the most fun part for me is seeing it all come together and putting out the trailers. I think that's what I'm mostly always excited for. Because when I tell the cast, like, yo, we're dropping the trailer tomorrow, they're like, oh man, I already know what soundtrack is he gonna pick or whatever the case is. You know?
Yeah. You told me something interesting before we had started filming. You said that like somebody was like trying to act, and like when they came down to it, they realized they had to shoot for 5 hours for like a 30-second conversation, and that really like opened my eyes. Like, wow, like y'all are really like, because I've seen stuff happen where, you know, like a 40-second scene was going to be shot in 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you get a few 4 or 5 takes of it, and that's okay, we got it. Boom.
Yeah.
Like, and you were saying like you got to do it the same exact way, different angle, and it's like, well, actually, I don't want to give up T, so I might boop that out if you know.
No, it's fine. Cool. You can use it.
So it's in.
You can use it.
Yeah. But
I think it's organic. Use it. Why not?
Yeah. That. So is that how tedious you are with your craft that you're like, it just, for 30 seconds we're gonna shoot for. We might have to shoot for. A certain
it's not even a question. Like, I am the biggest perfectionist you can ever meet, because my cast will tell you Will's out of his mind, but we're down. We're in. We know it's going to be fire. We know he's going to put out the best quality he can put out.
Right.
I'm always trying to outdo myself. I'm always like, all right, how can I step it up to the next level? But I shoot, man, I'll shoot one scene for like 6-7 hours. When we shot Graves, we were running into a building, and I had to shoot this in different pieces because obviously we don't have permits. We have firearms, like fake firearms that they look real. People were calling the cops. The cops actually showed up.
We had a crazy situation about that too, but I'll talk about it after. Keep going.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But that's just the extreme to what we will do. Like, I'm like, nope, we got to get every angle. I don't like that, and I'll look through hundreds of takes. I look through every shot. I'm like, nope. If it makes it in the final cut, you know it was the best take we had.
Right.
So like, that's the level of dedication. It's the level of detail that I'm into when it comes to making these films. I got to make them the best. I got to stand out. And that's the goal, is to be the best. Yeah. The goal is to have people say, wait, you know what? This guy's doing what? How is he doing that?
Yeah.
You know, how the hell did he get that shot? Who gave him permission? I don't ask for permission. I ask for forgiveness. That's just it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Quote that.
I would never ask.
Put that on the shirt. Speaking of that, what does your shirt say? I like that jacket, by the way.
Thank you, man. My girl hates it.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's ripping me apart right now as we speak. Man. She's like, "What?" She's like, "That jacket has got to go." She doesn't like it. She thinks it's childish, but I love it. Everyone loves it. But
tell her it's not childish. It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's two different. You know, if you were still watching it every morning and eating your cereal,
then we got a problem.
Yeah. But if it's like just bring back memories of time in my life. You know, it's like that's why I got this jean jacket because my father used to beat me. Now, me stop. That's a lie. That's a lie. R.I.P. That I was just joking. That is totally lie. He was a loving father. He taught me baseball. I got good. It was a whole great relationship. So,
But no, my shirt says
the man,
the myth, the director.
fire.
Thank you, man.
Fire.
My girl actually made this shirt, and she actually got rid of her
Oh shit! Shout out to
her cricket. Because I was always asking, like, make this shirt for me, make it, and she said, "Listen, I'm getting rid of it. You gotta buy these shirts." She was sick. I always wanted a new shirt. I wanted a shirt that said "Visionary," or you know, I'm always trying to like put these cool slogans on the shirts, and you know, I think it's cool. I think it's good for marketing, and I think it's funny.
Well, quote that last one. What was it again? Shit.
I don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And listen,
Or say, to shorten it up for the shirt purposes, say don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. Yeah.
That's it. Because listen, you can't ask for anything. You got to just take it. You got to take an action. That's my biggest thing. I take action. I command action. Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna do something, I do it. That's it. My cast, I tell them this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. They're like, all right, Will said he's doing it. He's doing it. That's it. It's not negotiable. Like it's not. Like when I tell people, like when I told my girl I was gonna do this, she was like, you're out of your mind. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make films. And I'm gonna be the best independent filmmaker there is. Whether anyone believes it or not, you have to. You have to be your own hype man. You have to believe in what you're doing with all of your heart. You know, who else is gonna believe in you? You know, I'm extreme in the sense of how I do things, and I think that I hope that inspires people. I hope that people take that and say, you know what, I like how he's a bit of a rebel. He just does what he wants to do, and that's it. Because
I got a good feeling about you, man.
Thank you, man.
I got a real good feeling about you.
I appreciate it.
For real. You give off that energy like, yo, I'm gonna be able to say like, yo, you know, he was like on my podcast, no, we were sitting right next to each other. He was like, listen, but that's what's up, yo. Keep going.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But like I said, I have a different mindset. Like my mindset is, you know, I wake up every day grateful. I lost my dad when I was 21. My dad died. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, thank you. And it was a big wake up call for me. It was like, all right, you know what?
14.
You were 14. Wow. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, man.
Nah, I mean, you know, it's not a competition.
But you know, my thing is, after that, I think when you lose a parent and you lose someone you love, it was a wake up call for me. I'm 38 years old. My dad died at 55, right? So the way I look at life every day, I wake up with a sense of urgency. And I say to myself, if I live till I'm 55, how many more summers do I have? How many more sunsets am I going to see? How much time do I have with my fiance? Life is unpredictable. Life is fragile. So I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to really do this. I'm going to make these films. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. If I cared what anybody thought about me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be making these films. You can't care. You just got to get out there and do it and take an action. And I try to inspire my actors and tell them, just get out there and do it. Just make it happen. Even if you don't have a way, you got to find a way. Because the truth is, you have a birth date that you know of. You have a death date that you don't know of. Now, what you do in between will ultimately define you. I choose to leave my footprint on the world.
Well, that's like, I feel like I just read a book right now. That was amazing. I ain't gonna lie. No, it's a fact though. Like you speaking,
it's true.
It's true.
It's life. Life is unpredictable, man. You got to get out there and make it happen, man. Nothing's gonna come to you. You got to make it happen. Like when I told people I was gonna do this, they laughed at me. You know, low frequency people. You want to kill a big dream? Tell it to a small-minded individual. They'll kill your dream. They will kill your dream. So you got to be very protective. Yeah. You have to be very protective on what you do.
Stay tunnel vision.
Absolutely. Stay focused.
You got to stay strong because, like you said, people will try and, like, tell you, like, yo, you wasting your time.
Yeah.
Like, they make you doubt yourself. And, you know, I know because it's happened to me before.
Yeah, and you can't. You can't. You know what? You got to use that as fuel.
Right.
You know, use it as fuel.
Right.
The hate, the stones that they throw at you, you build a fortress, man. Your fortress is meant to be, you know, it's meant to be fuel. You know, use the fortress as fuel. And that's what you do. And, you know, like I said, this industry is very unpredictable. You know, one of the biggest things, you know, I've always encountered is the people who come in to your production. You got to be very careful because people will come in, you know, it's one thing to be inspired. It's another thing to have people come in and try to steal what you've built. And there's a lot of that in this industry. And the way I describe it is that you have a garden that you're building. You're doing all the dirt. You're planting everything. You're getting your hands dirty, right?
Right.
And the person's coming in saying, "Yeah, man, I'm here to water I'm going to water the garden with you." And what they're really there to do is just take the flowers, and that's it. So you got to be careful with people like that. So I'm very careful on who I let in to what I've built because I got to protect my company at all costs. I got to protect what I've built. I got to protect the actors. I got to protect the company. and my creativity and everything that I'm doing. Because I hate imitation. A lot of people think it's the sweetest form of flattery. I hate a copycat. There's it's just one thing to be inspired, another thing for someone to just take your whole style and just try to take what you're doing. And there's a lot of people in the film industry that do that.
Right.
And you got to be real careful with that.
Yeah.
In general, everybody's just. I think that's just part of the part of the new culture now. A lot of it's just they take and don't even give credit for it.
Oh no, they'll take the opportunists.
I was gonna say that's the main difference. When you credit somebody, that's showing appreciation. Like, I was inspired by this person. You're saying like, listen, if you like this is where I got it from. The people that try to make it like it's like it was theirs. That's when it's like.
You and act like you didn't have any.
And then snub you,
right, and that's what it is. Like that's why. What we've built, the LaSalle Productions, is a family, and like everything my actors do, like taking photography, they're credited for that. And if I forget to credit them, I'll be like, listen, guys, I'll send an email, guys, listen, let me know if I forgot anything, because I can't do this alone. So without them, there is no LaSalle Productions. So I always tell them, listen, you guys are the most important piece here, and it's important to always pay homage and appreciate and respect them. So, but like I said, you have to be careful who you let on, man. I've had a lot of issues with that, and I've learned from it. And I said, you know what? No, never again. Not doing that. So that's the thing. Like I said, everyone's trying to eat. Everyone's trying to do the same thing they're trying to do. Everyone's trying to be the greatest filmmaker. Everyone loves their film. They think their film is the greatest. That's great. But you have to protect what you've built. You have to protect everything, because you got a lot of scavengers out there. And people, unfortunately, they don't see that. They're like, oh, it's an opportunity. It's not an opportunity when you're doing what you're doing, So... those things, I'm harsh on that. Like that's my biggest pet peeve.
I think you got a point. Like now that I hear you say that, it kind of makes me want to fire this guy.
Don't fire him yet. Don't fire him yet.
Because now I think
you taking his style?
He's I've been trying to get some glasses.
He's got that Swiss Beats kind of feel, though. He's got that producer look.
Union time. It's union time. What he saying? He was like, "Yo, I just said something." What did he say? Swiss Beats? He was like, I just said something.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Damn, no, it was on this podcast
Game
recently.
Time? Oh, yeah.
Oh, he definitely said that too. He was, oh, fuck. Oh, man. Nah, I'm not going to remember it right now enough. Joke's gone. But it was, you got to look that up. We got to look that up. What was I going to say? Well, I was going to mention me and him are actors, by the way. So
that's awesome, man.
I can't volunteer his services.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Soon to be with fiance.
All right. Yeah, I have a fiance, too. I told the guy one time, he came on my set. He's like, dude, I've never acted. I said, are you married? He goes, yeah. I said, have you ever lied to your wife? He goes, yeah. I said, congratulations, you're an actor.
That's a fact.
That's it.
That's a whole fact.
I won't mention his name, but
you said the important.
It works,
part,
You learn to do it. I don't consider myself a great actor. My cast they crack up, because they're like, I'm like, dude, I suck as an actor. I think I'm the worst actor ever. And people would say, no, man, don't say that. I'm like, I belong behind the camera. That's just me.
I mean, listen,
it's just being honest. I'm very self-aware.
Be comfortable.
Yes, I forget my lines all the time. So
if you needed to win an Oscar, you feel like you would get it behind the camera before you get it in front.
1,000%. I'll get an Oscar Mayer now, but I'll take the Oscar.
He's a pretty good actor, man.
That's awesome.
You don't think so?
It's funny.
Not Leo.
It's funny. The actors who think they're actually good are actually not the ones who are good. It's the ones who don't think they're good that are actually really good.
Maybe I might be good. Then who knows? Well, I can't say that out loud. That I might not be good. So.
Nah, I think you got it, man. You got the look too. You got the look. You got the build.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's got all the components.
He could be in like
a football movie.
Yeah,
right?
For real.
Yeah.
Even Tyler Perry could use you too. No Diddy.
Yeah.
For real, because
Tyler Perry's awesome. Love Tyler.
Huh?
Yeah. What's your favorite Tyler Perry movie?
I liked. You know what's funny?
This is a real big test.
So it's funny. It's funny
because
there was I don't know the name of the movie. There was a movie where the guy was like, they were like at the table and they were like, he was like shouting out the girl's business and he was a cop. One of the guys was a cop.
You're talking about.
Oh, was it Why Did I Get Married?
Why Did I Get Married, man?
That was good.
That scene.
Both of those were.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was the first one.
One of his best movies.
Yeah. Tyler Perry's amazing, man. That was a good answer. Yeah,
That was
Why
a
did I
good
get married?
answer. Yeah, that was a good.
Why,
If you
you
just said
just
like
Medea?
if you just said a Medea movie, I'd have been like,
no. Why did I get married?
man.
I didn't even know they made a sequel to that. Did they?
Why did I get? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They brought in my man.
I thought it was pretty good, but they never followed up with it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, I thought they closed it out for the most part.
guess
I guess no, they're not technically. Yeah, part two was kind of like they gave
Yeah?
it closure almost. But
I didn't know that.
then again, I don't really.
Interesting.
I don't really remember. Yeah.
That was a while ago too. I saw that.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I saw that movie. How long ago? That's been out for a while.
It actually has been out for. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
early.
been out
That's
for a
like
while.
2000s, like maybe
Yeah.
2010s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, where's your? I was gonna ask, where's your, like your favorite place to film that you see like that you feel like it's easy to find a shot here. I should say.
You know, it's funny because I tend to like a lot of industrial areas. If you watch Graves and watch like Hilo 3 and Hilo 2, I like to film in those areas that have like graffiti. Yeah, I like that gritty look.
That's fine.
And a lot of that is in my films. But I look at the craziest locations. Sometimes I'm just driving and I'm like, you know what, let me, bookmark that location so I could look at it for later.
Right.
I'm always picking these crazy locations, but I would say industrial area is what I really like the most. I like the aesthetic of it. I love it for what it's like fitted to be. I've used it in every film. I think every film I had an industrial area in all of the films I've done.
That's dope. Get LaSalle's cheat sheet on LaSalleCheatSheet.com. And then you can shoot yourself a film just like you're looking at right now. That's all you get. That'd be cool if I put a film there, right?
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because a lot of people always ask me like, man, where do you get these locations, man? I'm like, dude, I just look up stuff.
Yeah, no, I learned from this man right here. Location is like a big key in film. And that's
Me?
well, I mean, like
I didn't know. I'm flattered. I didn't know.
Nah, for real, because like a lot of stuff that I'm like, dude, we could have did this down the street. I'm like, but we went to like the down in the Bronx or went to somewhere and the guy. I remember one time I rented a hotel for that scene, and shout out to Situations. Like, I was just like,
You guys shot a hotel scene? That's cool.
It was a
I've always
hotel.
wanted to do one of those.
Yeah, when you get a chance, actually, because I'm curious.
You gotta give me information. I want to see your stuff, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious to know your feedback on his Situation
location?
show, because
Yeah.
I really I was looking at it like I thought this would be something that would have gained some type of traction, for sure. And
What do you shoot with? Do you shoot Sony? What do you shoot?
I mean, we keep it a step. We shot with like various stuff, like with short. Well, when I first started,
name the cameras?
DSLRs. We were starting with DSLRs, 7Ds, 5Ds, and then we went from like GHs.
That's the Panasonic GH5s and stuff like that. Those are good. Those are good cameras, man. Those are really good. Yeah, listen, you shoot with what you have, man. It does. I've shot. You shoot stuff on a phone, then you upgrade. That's it. You as long as you get the content out there, it doesn't matter how you shoot it. It's your framing. It's all about framing, man. If you can have good framing, like good cinematography, your story doesn't even have to be great. But if if you can have good cinematography, good color grade, you can lure. Remember, it's a visual business. People are attracted to what they see, not what they hear. So if they see something, this is nice.
No, you can't knock out sound.
No, sound.
I'm a big guy on sound.
You know what's funny?
I'm sound more than anything.
I got to work on my sound. I think my company. I think we have to work on that. Like I recently, I was telling you, I got these lav mics. I use this boom mic, and for some reason, like my sound, I don't think it could be the best that it can actually be. I think the cinematography and everything else is great, but I really got to work on my sound, man. I think that's key, man.
Different scenes calls for different sound captures. They say.
I've been told I've been denied in festivals because of my sound. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
What are you using for sound?
No, we use. I normally hire a sound guy for anything. Like if I know it's like a big project, I'll hire a sound guy. But we were using the Rode mics and everything.
That's what I use. I use the NTG1. You know what's funny? I found that the boom mic, in my opinion, when I use the boom mic, it doesn't work as well as when I attach my shotgun mic, the NTG1, to the actual camera. It works better.
It sounds better.
It sounds way better.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do that because, like, I just shot my trailer for Security Guard. That's my new film coming out next year. I shot that on the shotgun mic. It sounds way better than any of the films I have, actually.
A lot more crisp.
Way more crisp.
I've noticed, like, from a lot of sound, it's sometimes it's not the sound captured, like actually the dialogue. It's like the mixture of the sound to the background, like ratio.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if it's not mixed right, it could sound like it's
Which is where a sound engineer comes in.
exactly. Take out certain
They had
frequencies.
You see what the sound dudes, they got the big freaking
the HD recorders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Changing frequencies and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
you gotta know how to.
I got the H6. I listen. I taught the whole cast how to do sound.
Nice.
I taught a lot of the guys how to do it. Like if I'm in it, I'm like, all right, this is how you do it. I mean, listen, they're not sound guys, but like I said, no budget. We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I got to work on the sound, definitely. I mean, I don't see why the festivals would have denied you, but I get it. You know, I mean, listen, at least you're self-aware. Like, I know I got to work on that.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
I
that's
think
the first step.
Yeah, you have to be self-aware.
That's why I started hiring people, because I know I wasn't good enough. I mean, for the level that I wanted certain projects to come out, I was just like, if I do the sound myself, I'm fucking this up.
No. And that's the thing. You start spreading yourself so thin because you're doing so many different things. And,
Right.
Yeah, I've struggled with that too, man. I'm like, I'm depleted. Like, I'm doing writing, I'm directing, I'm acting, I'm right. It gets crazy, man.
That's what I heard. You working.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
Independent shooting, man.
Yeah.
And I call myself a Swiss Army knife, but I also gotta say you are a Swiss Army knife yourself. For real.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I just do what I have to do to make it happen. You know, the goal for me is after these films, I got 3 more films I'm gonna make, and then I'm retiring from indie filmmaking. My goal is to submit my reels to Lionsgate, Miramax, all these big companies, man. I've seen some of the directors and some of the stuff that they do. I'm like, listen, I could do way better. And then I can only just wear one hat, and the film will come out even better because now I'm only focused on directing.
So have you written all your stuff? Have you written all your stuff? Is written
Everything
by
I
you?
write everything.
What do you use?
I use Writer's Duet. I use this app. It's a free app on your phone. What I do is I write all my script on my actual iPhone notes, you know, the notes.
Right.
And then I just copy it and paste it right onto Writer's Duet.
What do you use again?
Oh, for script writing?
Yeah.
I use Final Draft or Celtics.
Yeah, I never use any of those.
Celtics is free.
Yeah.
Final Draft.
So is Writer's Duet.
I never heard of Writers, but
Yeah, see, look at that.
there's so many different. Yeah.
And it's on your phone.
On my phone.
And
Yeah.
so you can just print it out like a regular
as
script?
a PDF, I send it to the email, I print it out, send it to the cast, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, definitely. And you said it's free.
It's free, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely.
Where do you put your films? Are you putting your films out like on streaming networks or what?
As of right now, like they were all online, so I'm working on getting them on streaming platforms now.
So if you're going to do streaming networks, what I recommend is you can submit to Amazon directly. I think your film has to be like 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Because I got Halo 2 on there. It was 32 minutes. So they may have changed it. But
If you put all the episodes together.
yeah, they'll take episodics too. So like,
If we put the web series together, it's gonna be like an hour and like
yeah.
15
So you can do
okay.
that.
So yeah, okay,
Submit it to
cool.
Video Prime Direct.
video. Let me write this down.
Just write, Video
Yeah,
Prime.
take notes, man.
Yeah, Video Prime Direct, and then you also could submit it to FilmHub. FilmHub is a free distribution site that, they're very strict with their video assets, like their poster assets. Like you have to have certain ratios, aspect ratios for everything. FilmHub, and then you got Video Prime Direct. That will help launch you and get you into where you need to go. And it'll get you on Tubi, it'll get you on all these big networks and stuff like that. Things I wish I knew that no one told me, but you just learn and you pay it forward.
Any young filmmaker listening,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, yeah, because I used to put my films on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, this isn't working. I need to get out there. I need to reach a larger audience. I don't have a lot of subscribers. Like, how many people? The algorithm's weird too. So like, it's like if you don't have all these subs, you're not going to get seen on the Explorer page.
Yeah.
So how do you feel with like since the way the industry is going right now? You know, like they're not allowing so many opportunities, so many people in right now. And you saw like just a strike just happened. So
Yeah.
everything is just very tight right now, and you're seeing like a kind of like a rise of independent filmmaking right now. And my question to you is just where do you see like kind of yourself in like 5 years if there wasn't any more opportunities in Hollywood, right? Where do you see yourself as an independent filmmaker?
So the SAG strike actually benefited my company and any other independent company because I shoot everything that I do as non-union, which means it's non-SAG. Okay. It's not Screen Actors Guild. I don't deal with SAG. A lot of the actors who are SAG, there some of them that are very kind of on the curve of they don't want to do non-union stuff because they want to get paid, and I get it. Time is money.
Right.
But for the most part, I have guys who are SAG and they'll do it and just whatever. But to answer your question, what I would be doing is doing exactly what I'm doing now, just ramped up to the highest level. I would be, continuously being an independent filmmaker.
Okay.
But for me, the goal for me is to really launch, like in the sense of like, I want to get my film in front of these big directors. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Power. Do you watch Power?
Yeah.
All right, so you know Eve Rivera. Eve Rivera is from the South Bronx.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. I did not know who that is.
Eve is his.
Who is that?
Who is the director? He
I
does
didn't
all
know
he
that.
does all the 50s, all of the powers. He's the director.
Okay.
And 50 took a chance on him. I don't really know too much of the story, but took a chance on this guy. I think he used to shoot music videos.
Okay.
And now he's taking power, raising Canaan. They actually shoot where I'm at, Mount Vernon. He's taking it to another level, and 50 took an opportunity. And it's funny, I was just having this conversation with my fiance this morning, and she was like, "That's 1 in a million." I said, "Quit, it's 1. That means I have a chance." I said, "I'm going to make it." She goes, "Well, you have no choice." I said, "Well, I'm going to make it." You know, I'm when people are sleeping, I'm working. I stay up late. I'm obsessed with this filmmaking. When I tell you that this is all I talk about, my girl gets so sick of talking. She's like, "Bro, all you talk about is film. I don't want to hear about the film. I don't want to hear about
live and breathe film."
I'm like, this is what I like. This is what I you know, when you find something you absolutely like, you love.
Yeah.
This is I could die doing this and I'd be totally okay with it, because that's how much I love telling these stories, and like to hear people say, "Man, that character was amazing. You inspired me." That means everything to me. To hear that I'm inspiring people to just go out there and just do it.
I got a good feeling about you, man.
Thank you.
I got a good feeling.
Listen, from your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a good feeling about him, man. I'm sorry I had to see that. I haven't. The only reason I haven't. Oh damn! I didn't want to lift up my neck this whole time. The only reason I ain't shaved is because I'm going to a wedding, and not to say like this isn't important.
No. That's cool.
Huh?
No shave wedding?
No shave wedding?
I don't know if that was a joke or not, but that's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I ever heard of a no shave wedding. I've heard of no shave November, but actually funny. No. You know what? When I get married, that's right, baby. I said when. I want a no shave wedding. That's for the homies and the bitches. Don't shave your legs. Don't shave your pits. Don't shave your arms. Don't shave that neck, that kitchen. Don't shave. I want everybody to come natural, so I know.
Electric slide hit?
Yeah, I need to see all the DNA in all the family, so I know what characteristics isn't being hidden. Because I need to know. Oh, you got some unibrow in your family. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got back hair in you. Let me look at your back. You know what I'm saying? I love you, baby. But nah, for real.
That's awesome, man. So you're engaged?
I am not engaged.
Okay.
I might as well be, but I'm not engaged.
I said
my girl's gonna be like, "No, we're not. We're not."
How long you been with your girl?
Damn.
Put him on the spot, right? Well, I'll take it off.
It's been like, no. I'm a man. I gotta deal with my choices, and it's been too long. But we've been together like 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. So, damn, don't say.
Listen,
wow.
I've been with my girl for 8 years.
He did. He said, "Wow, damn. Well, what are you doing?"
No. Listen,
I'm just
to each his own. Listen, I was a guy who was against marriage. Yeah. Believe it or not, I was against marriage. I've been with my fiance Courtney for 8 years. And it's funny, I met her when I was 19.
Oh, okay.
I was with another girl at the time. I was 26. And she was at the tanning salon. That's right. I used to go to the Jersey Shore, fist pump, do all that craziness.
I kind of hear that the Italian still in the accent the whole time. I wanted to mention it, but I was like, we're doing so good with the movies.
And long story short, I ended up, the moment I met her, I knew I was going to marry her. The moment I saw her, I knew. And a man knows. And I said to myself, she's too young for me. Yeah. Fast forward, I've been with her 8 years now. We're getting married this July 13th, we get married. Best decision of my life. Honestly, she's my best friend. She's been with me through everything. She's made me a better man.
Wow.
And I'm not just saying that. It's legit. Like my mom and my father never married my mother, so I always said to myself, I got to be a better man. I got to be better than him in everything. I want to surpass him in everything he's done. So that was my goal. That was kind of like my competition. Like I got to make sure that I'm a better man.
Right.
And
respect that.
I that's where I'm at. I think that it's an amazing thing. I can't wait to give her my last name. I think that's what I'm most excited for. To be honest with you, I'm like, she gets to have my. Your wife is the only person. Your wife or your husband is the only. You get to choose your family. I think that's the most important thing. Is like your family, you don't get to choose. It's kind of like, all right, it's your brother, it's your sister. But the person you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, your life partner.
That's what I say about friends too and bros.
It is
because I'm like, I chose for you to be in my life, not like this person who I was forcibly just had to be around me all my life.
Right.
Whether I like them or not, they got to be there.
You got to promote and demote people in your life. You're the CEO of your own life.
And
you
don't get me wrong. Yeah, some brothers they could be your best friend. You know, I'm not saying that's not a thing. I'm just saying like it is more so the fact that they had to be there. So you know, you found as opposed to someone you seen out and about, and you're just like, whoa, you got a good vibe. I'm the same vibe, and then it's like
and let me tell you, man, I hear a lot of like guys like, my wife is this. Listen, most women are fucking annoying. Let's
crazy.
just fucking talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
They're fucking annoying.
No, yeah, of course.
Let's be men,
We
right?
can agree
They're
with
fucking
that.
annoying.
We can all agree with
Yeah,
that.
they're all
And it's
fucking
not-
annoying.
We love them,
but we love them, you know. And I
they're
think
gonna say we're crazy. Or whatever, but, you know.
we deal with each other. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, women we have our bad, they have their bad.
But women are nuts. Go ahead. And I'm just trying
But listen, I have my craziness too. Like I don't know how she deals with me. Like I'm a lot to deal with. Like I'm always like she's
Oh,
like
me too, yeah.
You know, and the fact that when there's no we don't believe in divorce. We don't believe in like we work that shit out. Like you're tired of me, take an energy drink. Like we're not.
You're tired of me taking energy.
Yeah,
I like that.
you know, we both came from broken homes, so we understand how important it is to be together. And I love that about her. I really do. Like she makes me so much of a better man. Like, dude, if like 8 years ago, I was a completely different guy. Completely different. Like, I mean, different in every aspect. Like she's made me better in every way and wants better. And when you find a woman like that, man, that's it. So you gotta love them. You gotta do good and bad. You know, there's gonna be days we rate each other too. It's funny. Like she'll be like, "You're at a 50 today. You're at oh, I like this, Will. You're at a 40. You're at a 60. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I love
Yeah,
it, man.
no,
I love her.
yeah.
I think she's the most amazing woman in my life. She is the rock. She is the biggest part of my success. Believe it or not. And she calls me out on my bullshit. Like when
That's needed. That's needed.
Yeah, she's like, bro,
That's
like
needed.
what? You said what? Like, no, you better fix that. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, what? And she'll tell me straight up, like, bro, you want to be the center of attention. Like, you gotta. I'm like, what? Like, I'm working on my narcissism here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working on it. But you know, she holds me accountable, and I think that accountability is responsibility.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, marriage could make me more closer to my girl. It's more of a financial thing right now, and
Gotcha.
it's like,
How is it being a dad, man? Like, I think that I'm not a father. I'm not a parent. But I always ask people, like, that is probably the hardest job in the world, especially with the world the way it is today, right?
it's funny when you say that. I get what people mean when they say that, but I'll tell you one thing. Like, I'd rather be a dad than be like a roofer in July, or like be in like a roofer in July, or be in the sewers. You know, working in the sewer.
yeah.
You know, like so. Like, well, I like literally. I would say, it's only because like it brings you joy.
Right.
Still, no matter how much, like, it's like sometimes it could be worse than the worst day of work you ever had.
And they're always happy to see you.
But it's always, and you're always happy to see them. And like,
You're
there's
her
been
hero.
times,
You're her hero.
Yeah. And there's been times where like, like you gotta like discipline them and like not give them what they want. And like, you genuinely look back at it and you feel bad. Like, damn, I don't want her to like not like me. But at the same time, it's like, you have to parent. So it's like you kind of got to like swallow this pill, take a bullet, and just be like, like she has to learn her lesson because, growing up, that could. It's very like, it's almost like a video game. It's like a video game where it's like, you're addicted. You want to keep playing it, even though the whole time you're playing it, like, I fucking hate this game. And I'm not saying like I hate my daughter. Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the game of parenting. Love my daughter, never say hate my daughter, but the game of parenting, sometimes you would just hate it, but it's so rewarding that it's like a bittersweet feeling. It's worth it. Like,
It's half of you.
Yeah.
It's something, and I don't have kids, but the way I look at it is, if I had a kid, I would be nuts.
Yeah.
I'd be a nut job. I'd literally go to Disney World and it'd literally be for me secretly.
Watching yourself grow.
You'd be able to be a kid again. But like,
and that's the other thing too, financially, like, when I'm in a better state, like, I do want to spoil her a lot more than I'm able to do. Like,
well, you give her
Disney World.
You give her
like,
time.
I'm a big kid.
Time is the most important thing. Kids won't remember things. You got to give her experiences.
Exactly,
Experiences
yeah.
is something they'll never forget.
No, you're right.
So it's not really about financial, because at the end of the day, I think Malcolm X died with like $900 in his pocket. Just to reference that, like, you could die with 0 or 900. It doesn't matter. It's the memories that you leave behind. It's the legacy that you leave behind.
Right.
So it's never.
Well, she know that if daddy's around, it's game time. It's time to play.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know that.
And
that's
it's
awesome.
it's funny because she knows it's time to play, but she also knows daddy don't play.
That's good.
It's like you kind of have to have that balance,
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, oh, I'd rather be with mommy because I want to be spoiled more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, oh, but I spoil her, and plus it was fun. But
Well, it's funny. It's funny, right? I was watching this like YouTube video, and it came up on like YouTube Shorts, and it has this like dramatic music, like this sad music,
yeah.
and it was a father playing with his son, and for some reason that always hits me because I have my dad, and I always remember my dad being with me, and
Right.
I said, man, and it said, ultimately what you're doing is you're training your replacement. Your kid is your replacement. You're training them. And that really stuck with me. And I'm not even a parent, so I can only imagine how many parents saw that and said, whoa.
Yeah, right.
You see a father walking with his son or walking with his daughter. That's what you're really doing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
When I really thought about it too, you know, because I lost my father about like 2 years ago?
Oh, wow, man. We all lost our dads. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Here today, we all lost our dads. Ain't that something?
We gotta call that something.
That's crazy. It's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
He took over his cycle though. It's like, you know, like every place that he used to be within town, I see myself there sometimes, and I just kind of catch a full circle moment. It's just like he was, when he first came to this country, he was right here chilling too. And now I'm here, like, just chilling. I'm just, you know, like, everyone in the town knows me just like they knew him. You know, it's just like, it's kind of like that passing up the torch. It's like, wow, you really do kind of like involuntarily kind of like walk in your parents' footsteps in a way.
Yeah.
You still do have the chance to make your own path and, you know, surpass.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? The whole thing about it, though. But there's always still little, their DNA.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, you are in a sense a leftover of them. You know,
I believe that, man. And it's funny because when I made the film Oculus, I wanted to really explore the afterlife because a lot of people, I always wonder what happens when we die. Like it's always in me. As I've gotten older, I've realized
I feel like that's a
I think about
concern.
that every day. It's weird because
people got anxiety because
right.
of that.
Life is fragile, so you never know when you're gonna go. And I'm always thinking to myself, like, do you just see black when you die? Is it just like going to sleep and not wake, and you don't even know you're gone? That would suck. Is it an afterlife?
It's like it was. You know, it would suck, but it won't suck when it happens
because you won't even know you're gone. But like one of the things I was doing when I was writing Oculus was I was interviewing people who had died and came back to life.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I had 3 guys. One guy had a heart attack. He died and he was dead, legally dead for 2 minutes. He said all he saw was black and it was instant peace. He said everything went black. He didn't see anything. 3 guys said that. 3. The last guy,
like, so he saw black or like
he said,
like
he said he had a heart attack. He felt a sharp pain and he went out, like going under anesthesia.
So it's kind of like a blackout.
That's what he said, blackout. He said it was instant peace. He didn't even know he was gone. And he woke up. He was like, oh shit, time had passed. Another guy who died, he was shot. He came back to life. He said that he was in a hospital bed. He gets up out the bed. He said it was super quiet. And he couldn't see anything. He was like, what's going on? He couldn't see his body, couldn't see anything. And he kept hearing screeching. And what it was is they were shocking him and bringing him back to life. And he went back into the bed. And the way he described it was, you know those expensive elevators? Like those, when you take an elevator and you get that feeling in your stomach? He said he felt his whole body get sucked back in and he came back.
Whoa.
And he was like, bro, he said it was so peaceful. He said it was crazy. Another guy, I used to work out with this guy, and he died in a motorcycle accident. He was legally dead for like 3 minutes.
Whoa.
He said the cop came. They said, "Oh, we got a live one." In that time, he said he was waiting in a white room and he couldn't see anything. He kept yelling, "Hello, hello." He couldn't see anything. He said it felt like an eternity.
Whoa.
And then when he came back, it was like a flash. Wow. Another guy interviewed. He said he saw a white light. Everyone always says they see a white light. Here's my interpretation of the white light. I think you're being reborn. I think that the white light is the doctor's light, and the canal, you're coming out as a newborn, another kid. I think you keep coming back and getting recycled. That's what I think. That's why we have deja vu, because your lives cross.
That's
kind of a weird theory,
before too.
You know?
No, I've actually heard that before. Yeah.
You know? So I always think of these things,
Why does
you
deja
know?
vu feel like it's happened
because
happened before? So
I think it's because your life's crossed. I think because your past life and your previous, like this life we're probably living is probably like our 20th, 30th life. And we probably don't even realize we get recycled. I don't know. You know, it's just one of those mysteries and one of the things I always think about. And especially when I was writing Oculus, it was one of the key points.
You will ever get the answer to this?
I think when you're gone, you will. I hope that there's listen, there can't be such a coincidence where it's the way it is here. Like, you know, like we have deja vu, we have all these things that come full circle. Like, it's not a coincidence. Everyone experiences this. So to me, I don't know. I hope I get to see my dad. I hope you guys get to see your dad and be like, hey, man, you know, but you never know, man.
Did you ever see somebody that knew your pops like years and years after he had passed, and they asked you how is he, and you got to give him that awkward like, that. He
You know, I get the weird thing of you look just like him. Like, oh my God.
I get that too.
Yeah, you look just like your dad, man. You act like him. You talk like him. I don't see it. A lot of people think he's your twin. I'm like, I
kind of see it.
I don't see it. You know,
yeah. I kind of see it in me.
I started to see it recently too.
Yeah, I think as we gotten older too, right?
I told me I laugh like him.
That's funny.
And I was just to make fun of his laugh. So.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was gonna do like a little audition real quick to see if I would make it into one of your movies.
Absolutely, let's go for it.
You just have to, kind of give me
Thumbs up.
Yeah, give me the scene though. You know, give me what
You want me to tell you what you're gonna do?
Yeah, tell me what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and, you know, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but you know, it's worth an attempt.
All right, I made
I'm trying
this,
to get my skills up there.
and I made this character, so to see. So,
Okay.
so you're like the neighborhood guy, right?
Right.
And your name is Pop.
Pop.
Yo, Pop.
Yo, Pop.
And they see you like, yo, Pop. You don't have a job. You just walk around asking for stoves all day, cigarettes,
Okay.
and you just walk into one of the main characters. How do you approach him?
Okay. I actually like that. I like that. Hold on. Okay. Pop.
You're in Brooklyn.
Well, I was gonna say, like, give me, what's the age range?
Yeah, you're 30, 34, 35.
Oh, 34, 35.
Yeah, but remember, it's Yo Pop.
It's Yo Pop.
Yo Pop. When they see you, that's your name. Yo Pop. Because they know you're the neighborhood
so I
guy.
need one of y'all to like feed me the Yo Pop. Damn, 34. I was automatically thinking like a 60-year-old old school dude. So now I gotta switch it out. 34. Okay.
There's only one Yo Pop, and it's Justin Rodriguez. But he's going to appreciate this when he listens to this podcast. He's
Yeah.
going to crack up. Yeah, that's his
okay.
character.
So this is what I envision when I hear the Yo Pop. All right.
You pop.
Yo, you got a stove, man? That's
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Nah, let me, I feel like I didn't have the energy. I was still thinking
Do it
about
with the
it.
Denzel voice.
Okay.
Do it with the Denzel
all right.
voice.
I'll do that.
Okay,
I'll do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
You pop.
You talking to me, huh? You calling me Pop? Who are you, huh? First of all, do you have a cigarette? If you don't have a cigarette, don't talk to me, huh? If you have a cigarette, then we're gonna talk about this Yo Pop thing, huh? What is Yo Pop? My name is Denzel.
That's good. That's something Denzel would
Yo
say.
Pop in the Mike Tyson voice? I got you.
You pop.
You talking to me? I know you're not talking to me.
That's good.
I'm not Pop. I'm not Pop. You got the wrong guy. You gotta leave. Sorry.
That's really good,
I started
man.
looking at him. He started doing bob and weaving.
You know, it's fun. It's
He's
funny
a
because I don't know if you watch Ted Cesar, the guy who's like, "What do you do for a living?" You ever watch that on YouTube?
That sounds very
The
familiar.
guy's like, "Yo, what do you do for a living?" They went up to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's like, "I'll fuck you up, man." You know, he's ready to square up with him. You saw that?
No.
Yeah, this guy. He always
that's
he's
fine.
famous. He
I'll
goes
fuck
up to
you
everyone
up.
and he's like, "What do you do?"
Fucking animal. I'm a monster. It's crazy. I don't understand why people always want to start with me and they think that I'm crazy, but that was the old me. It's not me no more. It's not me. I promise you that. It's not me. I like pigeons. I like weed. I like regular black people nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga. It's okay. It's all right. I try. I got one more in me.
You gotta do the Mark Wahlberg, man.
Mark Wahlberg. Damn, you might have the Mark Wahlberg more than me. I can't do the bastard. Yeah.
Kevin Hart. Do the Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart? Damn, I never tried Kevin. Okay. No, I just did Denzel.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I don't know who Pop is, but whoever Pop is need to pop a new name in their life. Nah, that was bad.
That was actually good.
Like he would do so. He would.
Yeah,
He
he
say
would say
something
that.
like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that was good, man. I like it. You got it. You got the job. You got the part.
Yeah, I try. I do.
You did
All
good, man. Yeah.
This is the real one. All right, give me the Yo Pop. I'm gonna do my real edition though. No thing.
Yo,
But so I
pop.
really, I'm just asking, what's the?
You can do whatever you want. Just you can freeball it.
All right, yeah.
Yo pop.
Yo, first of all, you got a stogie, man. You heard this Drake and Kendrick Lamar diss, man? They crazy out there, man. That's just, I ain't never.
Family matters.
Family Matters, right? That's the name of it. I just heard Drake was singing, and I'm like, I ain't never heard nobody singing a diss track. That's some new shit right there. You gonna say, fuck you, nigga. I said, fuck that nigga. Like, you know, that's like, it don't sound right. It don't sound right. But all right. Audition out the window. I get it. But, you know, it's, you know, I would need more, I need more seasoning. You know, once I'm acting with, I'm not a monologue guy. That's what it is.
It's all right, man. Listen, we improv a lot of stuff too, like, so it works.
It works, right? I mean, he see me act. Am I that bad?
Nah, you pretty
Scale of 1 to 10, be
good.
honest.
My stuff, right? My stuff is
What kind of roles you put him in?
Yeah, there we go.
stuff that doesn't require like
No,
Too much dialogue?
talking or
Okay. So he's just like walking by. What is he, like pedestrian number 4?
not even. He's like sometimes like holding the light.
He's putting you as pedestrian number 4.
That's good. No, he's actually. There's
funny.
partial truth to that. There's partial truth to that.
I see him as like a music producer, like, you know, coming into the what do they call that? The lab?
Like a Ryan Leslie.
Like when he, you know, when you go on to record music, the studio, he's just like, yeah, man, he's mixing. He's like, yeah, one more time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, that's fire.
okay.
Right? I can see him like.
Look, this is
doing
my
that.
work face. This is my work face.
Yeah, I can totally see him doing that.
That's what I actually do.
He's a comedic actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He usually, honestly, truthfully, he puts me as bums.
Yeah,
I'm always a bum. I'm always some guy asking for money. Am I lying?
that's funny.
It was the
Two out of three.
two.
You were a cop.
How many-
out
how
of
many
four.
fil-
Oh,
how
I
many-
was a cop in one.
How many films
But
has
in
he
the
been in?
same one.
Damn, how many films?
How many
have you been
films?
in? You've been in
Well, film really was just
you
that.
was in
Well, two.
Flipping situations, but you played like three
But-
different characters.
Yeah, I was a bum.
Yeah, we had that. We had a guy do that on my set. Play like 7 different guys.
I was a cop.
You do what you got to do.
you know?
Indie film.
But yeah.
I think
That was really other stuff was just skits. We did a bunch of skits
Yeah,
together.
that's
yeah.
cool.
That when IG had a real big skit thing.
What was that platform that was competing with IG?
Vine? No, it wasn't.
It was
Well,
Vine.
Vine.
It was
Yeah,
Vine.
it was Vine,
It was
right? But they only
definitely
had 7 seconds. But that's
Yeah.
what got a 6 seconds. That's what got a lot of people famous.
It was definitely Vine.
That's what King Bash was born. DC Young Fly.
6 seconds to be funny.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then after that, IG took over. Then YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, before I go, I always ask people to say something. First of all, actually, before we do that, I'm gonna switch it up. First of all, shout out all your stuff where people could find you. You know, give you a big shout out so people know. Like,
So you could
IG,
find me.
all that.
Yeah, you could find me on LaSalle Productions is my Instagram, and you could find me on my website, which is www.lasalleproductions.com. And if you Google me, Wilfred LaSalle, WILFRED, and then you put the last name as LA space SALLE, I come right up.
dope.
All my
dope,
socials,
dope.
all the articles they've wrote on me.
You got an IMDb yet?
IMDb, yeah, my IMDb is my name, Wilfred LaSalle. Look
Is
me
that
up.
what you just said? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I did. You
Now,
did
once
say
you
that.
once you look me up,
Yeah.
everything comes up.
Nice,
everything.
nice. That's fire. That's fire. Okay. So with that being said, now I usually ask the co-host for the day to tell the camera something to help them not die.
Something to help them not die.
However you interpret that question, you just give the answer.
All right. I believe that I live by an acronym called POOR. POOR, which means never to passing over opportunities repeatedly. And
Okay.
that mantra is what really speaks to me because I really believe in what I'm doing and I want to inspire people to pursue whatever it is that they want to do. So I would say that. I would definitely say get out there and do it. If you fail, it's healthy to fail. I failed more times than I've succeeded. So just get out there, make it happen however you can, and block out all the noise.
I like that. I like that. With that being said, this has been another episode of Mosaic Mind. You got anything else before we go? I've always got room for one more. I never want to go. I appreciate you for being here.
Of
by
course,
the way,
man.
you
Thank you
know?
for having me.
Yeah, thank you for, I like that jacket, man.
Yeah, man. That girl's going to kill me when this airs. She's like, that jacket got to go.
Everybody else is on.
Everywhere I go, they stop me for this jacket everywhere. They're like, oh, man, that jacket's on. I love it. It's just me.
Yeah. Who's your favorite one?
Leonardo.
There you go.
Hands
They're
down.
coming out with a solo film too? With a Ronin?
They're coming out with The Last Ronin.
The last Ronin.
I don't know who.
We didn't even touch on all the new films coming out. Sorry, we're not finishing. This is the outtricks. What do you call it?
Outtakes real quick. You said outtracks?
I don't even know what it's
Outtakes,
right.
bloopers?
Outtakes. Yeah, whatever.
Blooper
like-
reel.
Yeah, not the blooper reel, but yeah, kind of like what?
So what movie you were talking about? Oh, the new movies that were coming out.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, I just.
Talking about Deadpool. You know,
Oh, man. I'm excited for that. Wolverine's going to actually don the mask.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. He's going to have the white eyes, too.
Really, the white eyes too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Deadpool and Wolverine, but it's not considered Deadpool 3. It's just considered Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman's been playing. Yeah, he's been playing Wolverine for like 24 years.
Yeah, he has. He
Yeah,
really has.
the only guy I can see playing Wolverine besides him is Daniel Radcliffe. You ever seen Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
He looks. He would be good. Or Joe Manganiello. Manganiello.
Yeah,
He would be
yeah.
good as Wolverine.
Just to circle back to what you had said in the beginning, now that you had brought it up, I just want to just put it on the table. Harry Potter is my favorite series
Is
of
it?
all time.
I've never seen it, man.
Crushed when he said that. But
man.
I played my cool off, right? That's
did,
my
he
real audition. He didn't even know I was hurt. He didn't know I was hurt, right? Yeah. So
You know, I just my girl loves them. I've never gotten into them, but you know what's funny?
I was into the whole world. Like I want to go to Hogwarts.
I did watch a scene. Where I don't know, is Voldemort fighting Harry?
yeah.
The
He was in a lot
laser. See how
of
the
them.
lasers were clashing?
Oh yeah.
I used that for Oculus.
Oh,
that was my
okay.
reference. That was my reference for Oculus when you see me blasting the lasers against the villain. I kind of wanted that look, and that's what we looked at when I told the special effects artist, which was Tushar, who was amazing.
Right,
He's from
right.
India. He did an amazing job.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Tushar because he dealt with me for this. He had a lot of work to do, but I told him showed him the clip, and he's like, "Oh, I can do that." I'm like, "Yeah, this is." I don't know what I said. This is Harry Potter.
So
I've never seen it, but I wanted it to look like that. So that was the reference we used. But see, I've never seen the movie, but I pay homage to it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And the boys,
So now
because you got the lasers in the eyes. You know,
The Boys is a good one.
season
man.
June 13th or June 16th.
June 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, June 16th. That's my daughter's birthday. Look
Wow.
at that. Look at
Gemini?
that. Yeah, she's
Wow. Look at that.
I'm a Gemini.
You're
That
what?
sound like
What's your
Kanye?
sign? What's your sign? Your sign is what?
Sagittarius.
That's what I am.
You're lying.
I'm a December.
I'm December. Oh wait. Oh, so you just made it. You just made it. Yeah.
21 21st would have been Capricorn.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
You're Sag? That's
I'm
dope,
Sag,
man. See, I knew
Look at
that's why
that.
we connect, man.
Feel me? Sag, power, laser beams.
Favorite movie of all time?
That's a hard question. Favorite movie of all time? I can't answer that question honestly.
Really?
Recent?
Yours?
Favorite movie of all time?
I mean, it's gonna be the one that comes to my head right now, but I can guarantee you.
If you had to give me one, please don't tell me Scarface.
No.
Oh, thank God. Everyone always says Scarface is
I'd say one of my favorite movies ever as a kid was Mortal Kombat, the first one. And it
the
had
old one. Yeah, it's better than the remakes that they made.
I watch it on repeat so many times.
Wow.
Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon.
Oof, that was good. You got nothing for me? Training Day. Come on, you always quoting Training Day.
I'm thinking, that's a immaculate. I would probably say this is Inception or Interstellar.
Oh, that's Nolan. That's Nolan, man.
Yeah.
Well, but that's a scene that he tells his daughter, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
And when he's talking to his daughter, he's saying, I forgot what he says, but he's saying that about how kids are. I forgot what the quote was. If you can find it on Interstellar. Matthew McConaughey's he's talking to his daughter. She's in the bed. That was a really deep scene. That scene is what made the film.
Wait, matter of fact, don't tell me. I never see that movie yet. Don't
Oh,
spoil it.
you got to see it.
Oh, you never seen Interstellar?
I've never seen Interstellar.
Interstellar's good, man.
Oh my God! I'm glad you said that. I was just about to spoil the
Don't
scene.
spoil
That
it
was
for
my
him.
favorite scene. Oh, this is full. You gotta close your ears, man, because
You got to see Nolan's films, man. Nolan is great.
Talk about the scene.
Yeah, yo, nah. Can you hear, bro?
He's gonna hear us.
You really can't.
Nope.
All right, the scene where the basically not the scene, but like that whole concept of how they went to that planet.
Yeah.
And like 1 hour there was really like 7 hours, and like
I know,
real time.
yeah.
And then
That
like,
was-
he came back, and the old dude was like in the he was basically in a ship, and he was just waiting for them for like 20 something years, and he like got all old and shit like that.
That's great. That was crazy.
It was crazy. The whole time, I'm like, what was this guy doing while he was waiting? Because he didn't know. But he didn't. They did know that. They did know that. But they didn't expect to be there that long. It was supposed to be an in and out mission.
In and out mission.
like,
It wasn't.
Yeah. So that always bugged me out. But like that was one of my favorite. Like,
Yeah, I love
concept.
that.
Yeah,
I love that.
You're good, bro.
All right.
Thank
If you love that,
Close
when,
your ears.
When Oculus comes out,
Oh,
it's supposed to
never
come
mind.
out. My film is supposed to come out in May. The ending of the film is gonna leave you mind fucked.
And where's Oculus?
So
gonna be
Oculus is
out
gonna
on?
premiere first on Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime.
And then it'll hit other streaming platforms. It was supposed to release in April, but I pushed everything back.
Is there a date?
Well, Amazon right now it's pending.
Okay.
Amazon could take up to 3-4 weeks. I
Okay.
submitted it in April, but like they're very tedious. But
Okay.
the film was supposed to release about a month and a half ago, but I'm like I told you, I'm a perfectionist. I wanted to
Nothing wrong
remaster
with
everything
that.
and make sure the sound was good.
Yeah.
We spoke about how important sound is.
Absolutely.
So it should release in May. Once it is,
Okay.
I'll
So it
send
should
it to you.
definitely be out in
Yeah,
June,
you got to
for
see
sure.
it. Honestly, it explores the afterlife and explores a lot of different things that happen. And that
Yeah.
concept of time,
Right.
wait till you see the end of the film and how everything moves in the Oculus is kind of similar to that.
Like that. And y'all follow him so y'all can be updated when it's ready and out and ready to watch. And
Absolutely.
on that note, you hear me? On that note, On that note, nah, I can't do Jay-Z right now. Here,
Oh.
cheer. On that note, I'm gonna have to say that's probably the end of this podcast. From Brooklyn. I go. I'm gonna cut. On that note, that's the end of the podcast. Try not to fall in the pit of scorpions, y'all. That's my advice. Yeah, one more time. And on that note, the doodle in the toilet wasn't put there by me. Oh no, no. I said the doodle in the toilet wasn't put there by me.